Welcome to the Ladies of Horror.
KPBS. Hey, I'm Stacy Shabosky, and I play Cheryl Dempsey in the Poughkeepsie Tapes.
How does it feel to be part now of the Ladies of Horror?
Awesome. You get to do all sorts of fun stuff, like I got dragged out of a grave. In quarantine, I got to be foamy and bloody. So you just get to do a lot of fun stuff.
My name is Caroline Pierce, and I am one of the actresses here for Steel Web Studios. It is one of my specialties, yes. I can let loose quite the shriek, which I won't do here because that would probably horrify everybody, but maybe you can catch it in the trailer. There's nothing like rolling around in minty fresh stage blood.
The thing is that I've been down in little old New Zealand, so I've only just started to realize what the reaction to the movie has been and the reaction to my character, and it's great. I didn't realize that it had affected so many people.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
We're here with the ladies of the Evil Dead. Hi, girls.
Hello there. Hi there.
Evil Dead was really perverse and disturbing movie for its time. I know a lot of people see it right now probably like a campy or funny movie, but it was you really need guts to do a movie like that. Do you ever say to yourself, "Why am I doing this?"
We all did, actually, day after day after night after night. What are we doing here? And what can we do to get out of here? Meaning when we were making the movie. But we actually all had a pretty good time.
Probably about 7 or 8 years ago, I think we started realizing how big it had gotten, and our kids' friends started talking about it. So
we never imagined we would be ladies of horror, ever, ever, ever.
I can't believe
no,
that.
we still don't think we really are.
We're standing at the booth of the terrifying slut Franking hooker, Miss Charlotte.
Jeffrey's creation is alive.
Looking for some action?
Oh, yeah. He's sexy.
On a date? You going out?
I'm on my way home, but thanks anyway.
It kind of mixes the campiness with the gore, in kind of a really strange off way to me. To me, that's what makes humor, is strange, kind of off balance. And they basically, like when I was like this, they do a full-on body wrap of you, of like this much, what do you call it, plaster or Paris or whatever it is, and you got two straws up your nose and in your ears, and it's horrifying. You have to stay there for 40 minutes. It's like you're encased, like you're being entombed, and that was the most horrifying part of it. And then they blew me up. So.
PBS San Diego. I
love PBS.
Well, do you know Super Tromet Anorexia?
No, nice to meet you.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? I just produced Jessica Rabbit, and I also star in it, and it should be coming out early next year. It's great. It's a horror movie, and everybody loves horror, don't they?
Loy, I can see now you have the Latina flavor in Trauma. So, are you getting more Latino flavor in Trauma?
We have always had the Latino flavor in Trauma. We have always had it with many Latino movies, right?
Right.
Belzebú, Lesbos. Say it, everyone together. Beelzebub, Diablos, Lesbos.
There it is.
Okay. We need more chicks into horror. I definitely am seeing more women interested in horror at conventions and from the people that write me and stuff. There is an emergence of more of that, but I don't think it's going to change too much because typically in the film industry it's a big boys club. It seems to be more of just all men directing these kinds of movies. I hope to change that in the future. personally. But I am seeing definitely more women and more like websites like PrettyScary.com and places devoted to women in horror. If you look around at any horror convention, you're now seeing 50-50. And when you go to horror movies, you see half women, half men, and it was never like that before.
We're here with Ashley Laurence, Hellraiser Part 1, Part 2. So, do you ever imagine you will be one legendary lady of horror?
I never did. It was the first movie that I auditioned for, so I had no idea what to expect.
I love your fake poster series. How that kick ass.
Thank you. Okay, Stephen Romano is doing a book called Shockfest, or Shock Festival. I don't know which he's decided to call it. Thomas Jane is in it as well. So you should talk to him about that because I'm going to go over there when I saw him. Yes, it's a book kind of like Spinal Tap. So it goes through the 60s to the 80s with fake movies, like pulp movies. And I play Natalia Hustonov from Russia, and then they Americanized me by making me Natalie Hustonov. The posters are just fabulous. You saw them. So they have a publishing deal, and we're going to make it into a mockumentary.
So let's talk about the most underrated film. I think it's the most underrated films of the last few years. Beautiful movie, Lighting Back, and you did an amazing job.
Thank you. That was just a tiny little movie that we all did out of love, and we shot it in Alabama, basically on location. They initially had not wanted to see me for the role because she's very, very Southern and very oppressed, and they didn't see anything that made them think that I could do that. So I worked really hard to get the role.
Those are lightning bugs. We used to catch them when I lived here as a kid.
Why? Do they always light up so bright?
I can't remember.
Mommy, can we go trick-or-treating now? I'm not tired at all.
I've been coming to Comic-Con here since 1973 when I was a kid, and I've only missed 1 year since then. And it's just an amazing place to be. I see so many people here that I know every year.
Bright lights, flashy cars, glamour, the Inquirer.
Did you see anything for a movie?
When I started in the 1980s, it was horror comedy, and it was, yeah, I mean, sure, there was a little bit of gore, but there was humor in it too. And now it's kind of an emphasis on torture porn. And yeah, there are a lot of remakes. I mean, and God forbid that somebody should have an original idea. But I think they're starting to remake a lot of the movies I was doing in the 80s. So, you know, there's worse things they could remake than those fun movies.
I love going to comic conventions, horror conventions, promoting After Dark films, and I am Miss Horror Fest.
So what do you think about the legacy of Ladies of Horror?
I was gonna say Elvira. I love Elvira. I think she's kooky, wacky, and funny. That's kind of her thing. And I love campy.
You have your Elvira because she's an icon.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. I'm glad you told me because I had no idea.
You know, we love that you make two great movies already. One is a really, really funny entertainment movie. The other one is a really gothic period piece. When are you gonna do your bloody, gory, kick-ass movie?
I don't know. You know, I've been asked as my, there's this other woman, Cassandra Peterson, that sometimes runs around calling herself Elvira, and she actually got to do, she may be starring in a movie called The Bloodshed that's very gory and kind of over the top. But I don't do that kind of thing. I don't go in for that.
I think you will be great, like kicking ass, like Japanese style, maybe.
I can kick ass. I can do that.
Silly zombie. Flesh eating is for worms.
Don't have to hit me.
To me, you know, I think horror is genderless, really. And the experience of fear is truly a genderless experience. So whether it's a guy writing the story or a woman holding the camera, it really shouldn't make a difference. It should just be a good story that scares the shit out of us. And that's it.